Hi everyone, my name is Aleena Rais, and in the video today we are going to address a very important point. I know most of you go through this trouble of overthinking. I've had my share, and I believe I'm a good person who can actually speak on this topic and bring about some real change in the way you think. These are the pointers that I'm using just in order to be sure that I cover everything that I have to cover with you. Okay, I have a very important thing to say here, and the thing is that we need to understand that our lives are actually filled with a lot of stuff. Too many objects, too many concepts, too many stuffs. You have your religious concepts, you have your social concepts, you have people telling you things that you need to do, expectations coming from people, coming from within you. And we cannot blame everything on our minds. It's not the problem of our mind actually. Mind is going through so much. And secondly, another very important thing that I have to say here is that this is not something that you're going through alone. It happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. It happens to me even. Who am I after all? I'm a human being, right? So it happens to everybody. So you must take some solace in the fact that you're not alone in this. So in short, what I have to say here is that overthinking is natural. It is normal. You impose too many things on your brain and it is a product of that. Too many things and a lot of connections between those things. Another thing that I have to say here is an important point, that is that overthinking is not always bad. It breeds creativity. I'm telling you, when you overthink stuff, because that is something that I often realize about myself, and that is whenever I overthink, whenever I'm disturbed about something and I try and pressure my mind to come up with some idea to get over that problem, my mind goes into that zone of creativity. And after a point of botheration, it actually starts giving me ideas. As I have always told you, this YouTube channel is a product of all my fuss inside my mind, whatever was going on with me, however bad I used to feel. I just wanted to come up with something, some place where I could express my ideas. And that is how I started with this channel. There is a lot of useful wandering that goes on. Useful wandering. I like this term. It's not mine, but I really like it. And useful wandering will happen once you allow your mind, and please don't stress too much. Don't stress too much on the fact that, oh my god, I'm overthinking again. Oh my god, I can't control my mind. What's wrong with me? And am I the only one who thinks about these things? No, everybody thinks about all the kind of nonsense things in the world. The successful people that you see around, the people whom you follow, the people you like, the people you admire, everyone indulges into overthinking. It's just that the people who are successful have understood how to tame that overthinking. Okay? Some of you are struggling to tame it, but it will happen with time if you know how to focus your energy into the right things. And that is the second part of the video. I'm actually going to get into that. Now hear me out. This is one point that I have to make here, and it is so good. This point is really good, and I'm sure you're going to agree with me. Alright, as human beings, most parts of our lives, I mean not our lives, but if you take the entire human race as one thing, where it started, all of this started. We were based out of jungles. We used to live in the forest, right? We were supposed to be there. Our minds had to be extra vigilant, because if you want to survive in a forest, you've got to be vigilant. You've got to be alert. You've got to be intelligent. You've got to be smart. You've got to be very sharp here. And that is what we were supposed to be. But now we are living in these big cities. We have all the kind of infrastructure to support our livelihood. We've got trains and buses to travel. We've got money to spend. We've got laptops, computers, and everything. We've got televisions. So much stuff. So much stuff that we don't even need. But anyway, that's not how human beings were. Now they are living this way. So our minds were actually designed for a life like that, which we don't live anymore. We don't live a life where we need an extra alert mind. But what to do? We are unfortunately blessed with a very intelligent and highly sophisticated mind. I'm not saying that you are now down with it and you can't do anything about it and that's how it's supposed to be. No, all I'm trying to say here is that mind is by nature good. It's brilliant. The good thing is that it is malleable. Okay, it is not rigid. As they always say, the more you put pressure on your brain, the better it will perform. Okay, human brain can take enormous amount of pressure. We are talking in order to understand how to use this flexibility of the mind and curb all the creativity into the good things instead of the bad things that you've been using your mind for. So there are roughly 3 or 4 things that I'm going to teach you, and if you start using them, they are going to be super helpful for you. Let's get started with the first thing that I have to say. Idle mind is going to overthink. Okay, so whenever you are left alone in a room, I can for sure say that you're not going to be happy. Our day has limited time, and if we fill creativity into that limited time, we are not left with much to spend on overthinking. Do what you love. Do something that you enjoy doing. I know these days there is this, a lot of people say that you've got to work hard and work your ass off and this is the time, do something with your life, and there's a lot of pressure around you. But honestly, I have never lived my life like that. I have worked a lot. I'm not saying I've not worked. I've worked hard because that was something that was the need of that hour. But I truly believe that that is not supposed to be the way of your life for everyone. If you choose to live a simple life which does not have a lot of mess, too many people shouting on you and you're always running in a mad rush, it's okay. You can just choose to live a simple life and that's all right. Okay, that's all right. Right now, I enjoy a lot of free time for myself. I love my life this way. I used to be that way where I would think that, oh my god, I wasted 3 hours of my day doing nothing today. That's not the concept that I follow anymore. I just enjoy my free time. I love doing nothing, and I believe that is the time I'm truly living. I watch shows, I cook, I do things I like, and I avoid overthinking. Another thing that can really help you change this and tame this problem is that you need to have a bigger picture. You've got to understand that all of us have limited time in our lives. I know, you know that. Okay, we know that. But we still want to hear it because I want to hear it. When I am not reminded of it for a long while, I slip into needless worries. When you're reminded of the true nature of the things that, yeah, my life is limited. I don't have forever to live, and this earth may seem huge but is actually just a blue dot in the universe that we are actually right now in. How small is earth and how small are we? In the timeline of universe, you're already dead. That's what good writers have written in their books. So sometimes when I'm worrying too much, what I remind myself of is that in the timeline of universe, billions of years, I'm already dead. I don't even exist. I'm not gonna matter. I'm not gonna matter. This is the only moment that I'm actually mattering to someone, and that is me, because I'm alive and I can feel what's going on in my heart. But otherwise, doesn't matter. It matters to no one. It does not matter to you what's going on with me. Similarly, it does not matter to me what's going on with you. All of us have our own individual ways. We've got to live whatever we have and we've got to make the best out of it. Sometimes doing something about it and sometimes just ignoring. That may be the best way to handle a particular situation. Meditation. Meditation actually helps you calm your mind. I know everyone has told you, you know that from 1,000 other people, but I still want to say meditation helps. Do not do it for 20 minutes. Yeah, it's very impractical. Just do it for 2 minutes. There are so many applications available on the Play Store, App Store. Go and download one of those and start using them. Exercise. I exercise. I mean, oh god, I just don't want to say it because I feel that every time I tell anyone that I exercise, something happens to my exercise and I stop it. I don't want you to curse my exercise. I am actually walking 4 kilometers every single day. and I'm very proud of it. I see such amazing changes in my body. I've lost weight. Post COVID, I had gained weight, and so many of you told me on the comments that, ma'am, is there a good news? Ma'am, your cheeks are chubby, and God knows what all. I've actually lost my weight. I am thinner. Helps you feel good about your body. It brings confidence to you, and when you feel good about yourself, automatically your negative is converted into positive. Sleep, quantity and quality, both very important. I sleep at least 7.5 hours. Sometimes it goes up to 8.5. So quantity along with quality. Now, some of you are blessed with good quality sleep, some of you are not. Thank God I am blessed with good quality. Even if I dream, mostly I'm sound sleeping. I would advise you to read this book, Why We Sleep. Why We Sleep. Please read that book. Now, this is a very important point. Do not skip. You must develop a habit of valuing your peace of mind. We are all working towards something. Some of us want to be thinner. Some of us want to be more successful. Some of us are trying to be richer. So we have attached happiness to these things, and we feel that if we will become this, we are going to be happy. If this happens, I am going to be happy. And we have made it all conditional around us. If item A happens, item B will happen. Item B is happiness. So item B, that is your happiness, is actually depending on item A. Not the right way to live actually. We don't even think about retraining our mind. You must retrain your mind. You must understand that it's not important to always work on something. Sometimes it's okay to actually enjoy your hobbies. Do things which actually give you peace. Do things which actually make you feel good about yourself. So, point is that instead of always working, it's okay to not work. Sometimes what's here and what's here is more important than what you see in the mirror or what you see in your wallet. Next point, declutter your life. By declutter, I mean that you've got to get rid of all the physical material stuff that you've bought in the past which you do not use anymore. My mom has this major problem. I think it's a disorder or something. She cannot do away with things which she doesn't use anymore. There are so many things in my house which I don't think we've used for 10 years or so. But they can't be given away. Why? Because my mom loves those things for no reason. Why do you have to attach your happiness to objects? Something that you don't use is beautiful, it's amazing, it's of high value. Give it to someone who can actually use it. I actually declutter often. I do buy things. I do enjoy spending on things I like. But at the same time, whenever I buy something, I make it a point that I'm also giving away something, because that is how you can keep a balance of what all you own. Too much of ownership is only gonna take away your peace of mind. One more thing. If you are in a toxic relationship, please make sure that you get out of it. Toxic relationship or not, you understand it for yourself. You know best. If you are in a relationship that is not making you happy, if you are in one such relationship, you've got to get rid of it. If you really want to have a strong relationship with a girl or a boy, somebody, there's got to be space for that person. If there is already somebody acquiring all that position and all that place, where is the new person gonna sit? You've got to make some space for the new person. Declutter your life with the wrong relationships. Lastly, I would say that please take some real actions here. Each time something wrong happens with you, something bad happens, you are in this extra active mode where I'm gonna change my life, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then 2 days pass and you're back to that normal, you're back to square one. You're back to all your wrong habits, all the wrong people you've been hanging out with. You've got to take some real actions. Guys, trust me, nothing happens on its own. I've tried that and I know that unless you actually work on achieving what you really want to achieve, it's not going to work for you. I have left a link in the description box for a tracker. Okay, start tracking your habits. Make a promise to yourself, something like, 5 minutes of meditation, or I'm gonna take a 30-minute walk every single day, something like this. It's going to bring you so much peace because you will feel assured of yourself. Okay, I can do this. Okay, I can hold a promise to myself. and that's an important feeling. I've given you all that I had on this topic. I hope this video helps you, and I know it's been a lengthy one, but what to do, I had to cover everything that I wrote for you. Yeah, so we are good for today. I'll see you again. Please let me know in the comments if you like the video. Share the video with somebody whom you feel is in need of this video. I'll be back, and do let me know in the comments how you feel after watching this video. Okay, bye. Lots and lots of love.